Introduction: The mystery of love that never blossoms. Love is something most of us assume is natural, as if the ability to give and receive love is written into our DNA. We expect people to fall in love, care deeply, miss each other, and show affection in ways that feel warm and natural. But the truth is more complicated. There is a quiet, hidden group of people who struggle with love not because they don't want it, but because they've never truly learned how. Maybe you know someone like this, or maybe you recognize yourself here. They text endlessly to an ex in the middle of the night, not out of love, but out of desperation to fill a hollow space inside. They stay in relationships they don't really feel, because the emptiness of being alone feels unbearable. They seem detached when a partner is unwell, unable to summon the empathy that should be instinctive. It's not that they are heartless. It's that somewhere deep inside, they never received the blueprint for love. This is not about fault. It is about psychology, about childhood, about the silent impact of growing up without affection. And today, we are going to explore this, not just to understand, but to begin the healing process. Part 1: When love feels like a foreign language. In psychology, we often say that children learn love the way they learn language, through exposure, repetition, and experience. Just as a child who never hears English will not naturally speak English, a child who never experiences consistent love will not naturally know how to love. If you were never hugged when you cried, how would you know that hugs are a response to pain? If no one ever listened to your fears, how would you know that comfort is possible? If your feelings were dismissed, mocked, or ignored, how would you ever learn that emotions deserve respect? Children don't learn love from abstract teachings. They learn it through being loved. So when someone grows up without enough warmth, affection, and emotional safety, they enter adulthood missing a crucial life skill, the ability to love with ease. Part 2: Signs of emotional emptiness in adulthood. You can often recognize this pattern in subtle daily behaviors. Let's paint a few scenes. A friend tells you, "I'm not feeling well." A person who grew up with love might respond with, "Oh no, what's wrong? Do you need medicine, or should I bring you something?" But someone who never learned emotional connection may feel blank inside. They may just say, "Take care," without any real warmth, not because they don't care, but because they don't know how. A roommate calls their mother every few days, laughing and chatting. To someone with no foundation of love, this feels puzzling. They think, "Why would you talk to your mom so often?" Because for them, calling their own mother feels unnatural, even awkward. When a partner expresses affection, they may grow suspicious. Instead of feeling comforted, they feel tension. "Why are you being so nice? Do you want something from me?" Love feels unsafe, like a trick. In conflicts, they often shut down. Silence, avoidance, coldness. Not because they want to hurt the other person, but because they never learned healthier ways to handle conflict. This emptiness doesn't scream. It whispers. It hides behind indifference, sarcasm, or workaholism. But inside, it is loneliness disguised as distance. Part 3: 2 common patterns of love in the unloved. When these children grow into adults, they tend to fall into one of 2 psychological patterns. 1. Fear of love. Imagine growing up in an environment where affection was rare, unpredictable, or even unsafe. Love becomes something foreign, even dangerous. So when someone finally loves them deeply, instead of leaning in, they back away. Their inner voice whispers, "This is too much. It can't be real. Something must be wrong." The more love they receive, the more uncomfortable they become. They retreat, distance themselves, or sabotage the relationship. Not because they don't want love, but because they are terrified of it. 2. Inability to love properly. The second pattern looks different. These people crave love intensely, but they don't know how to give it or hold it in a healthy way. Some become overwhelming, showering their partner with attention until it feels suffocating. Others are too cold, offering so little affection that the relationship feels barren. They may oscillate between both extremes, desperate and clingy one moment, detached and icy the next. At the core, both patterns spring from the same wound, never being shown what safe, steady, unconditional love looks like. Part 4, Real-Life Illustrations. Picture this: a young woman stays up past midnight writing long, desperate texts to an ex-boyfriend. She doesn't even like him anymore. But she cannot stand the silence of her own room. She clings to the memory, because even a painful relationship feels better than facing the emptiness inside. Or think of a young man in a relationship. His girlfriend tells him, "I'm feeling so down today." He pauses. He knows he should say something comforting, but he feels nothing. He awkwardly replies, "Don't think too much," and changes the subject. She feels unseen, unloved. He feels guilty, but also confused. Or imagine a child growing into adulthood never hearing, "I love you," from their parents. Later in life, when their partner says those words, they feel alien, even fake. It's like someone speaking a foreign language they never learned. Part 5, The Psychology Behind It. Psychology has a simple but powerful explanation for this. A child's brain develops through interaction with caregivers. When a child cries and the parent soothes, the child learns, "I am safe. My feelings matter. I can rely on others." But when a child cries and no one comes, or worse, when they are scolded for needing comfort, the brain learns something very different: my emotions don't matter. I cannot rely on others. I must numb myself to survive. This is not just emotional. It's neurological. Pathways in the brain associated with empathy, bonding, and trust literally underdevelop when love is absent. So as adults, these individuals aren't cold-hearted. Their hearts simply never learned the rhythm of love. Part 6, The Cost of Living Without Love. Living without the ability to love deeply creates invisible wounds. Relationships feel unstable. Either too intense or too distant. Loneliness lingers, even when not alone. Self-worth is fragile. If no one ever showed you that you're lovable, how could you believe it? Emotional numbness takes over. They notice others' feelings, but can't connect to them. And worst of all, this pattern can repeat. Adults who never felt love may unintentionally raise children in the same way, not out of malice, but because they cannot give what they never received. Part 7, Learning to Love, Starting with Yourself. So what's the way forward? Can someone who has never known love learn to love? The answer is yes. But the journey begins within. 1. Learn self-love through small acts. If you never received love from others, begin by giving it to yourself. Start small. Spend 15 minutes each day doing something that brings you joy: arranging flowers, listening to music, cooking your favorite meal. These are not luxuries, they are lessons in care. 2. Practice emotional awareness. Keep a journal of your feelings. Write about moments when you felt empty, angry, or indifferent. Ask yourself, why did I feel that way? What memory might this connect to? Awareness is the first step toward healing. 3. Rewire your response to others. When someone shares their struggles, pause. Instead of defaulting to silence or distance, try simple words: "I hear you." That must be hard. You don't need to fix their pain, just acknowledge it. 4. Therapy and support. Professional therapy can help break the cycle. A skilled therapist becomes, in some sense, a teacher of love, showing empathy, acceptance, and care in a safe environment. 5. Allow yourself to receive. When someone shows you love, resist the urge to retreat. Let the words sit with you, even if they feel foreign. With time, your heart can learn to trust. Conclusion: From emptiness to connection. If you have ever felt unable to love, if you have felt blank where there should be warmth, cautious where there should be joy, know this: it is not your fault. You are not broken. You are not incapable. You are simply carrying the weight of a childhood where love was scarce. But love is not a fixed gift. It is a skill that can be learned, a seed that can be planted, even in barren soil. Begin with yourself. Nurture small acts of care. Let empathy grow slowly. Allow trust to build, step by step. And over time, you will discover that love is not just something others give to you, it is something you can create, nurture, and share. The emptiness inside does not define you. The capacity to love is still within you, waiting to awaken.